What excites you most about the future?
Um, I think it's very cool to look at this idea of like decentralization. I think the internet sort of brings on this open opportunity to everyone. So I think the thing that excites me most about the future is that continued trend of like there being almost no barrier to entry to do the thing that you want to do. So you take music artists, for example, like the gatekeeping that would take place in the 80s and 90s. Like you needed a
Mhm,
record label. Some like old white guy would just decide if you were good enough. Like
mhm,
that's crazy now.
mhm.
Whereas a 16-year-old kid could, record something in their closet and upload it and like buy equipment off Amazon and upload it online and attract fans. And it's like no one can really tell you like whether or not you're allowed to create music because that's
Yeah.
crazy. So, you know, podcasting,
Mhm.
the barrier to entry has been it's really like letting the market decide, like you decide what YouTube videos you watch, you decide what music you listen to.
Yeah.
And that may be a huge artist or that might be a upcoming artist. So that is what excites me. I think this idea that like everyone has a shot, everyone has their opportunity to do what they want to do, whether it's producing a certain type of content or like starting a certain type of business or whatever it may be. Like we were talking about college football, we may see a rise in like college football athletes like producing content and vlogging or sharing like what life is like behind the scenes and things of that nature.
Mm.
And that could be another avenue for that athlete to like make money or get new fans or whatever it may be. So I think the thing that excites me about the future is like the elimination of like barriers of entry to different fields, I guess. Like me learning how to code, like the internet is the reason I was able to learn how to code because I taught myself through online tutorials. If I grew up in the age like before those were available, then I would have had to um, get like a computer science degree, which nothing wrong with that,
Mhm.
um, but there's no gatekeeping. It's like if I got hired for my first job because I've built apps, but like no one had to. I didn't need anyone's permission to build the apps. I just had to figure it out. And it's the
How
same
much
with
how much did it
good.
cost you to teach yourself the skills?
Less than like total. I mean, I already had the laptop. That would have been the most cost. But I was any courses I bought were $10 to $20. Maybe an ebook for like $49, but
Yeah.
typically free $10, $20 like big courses online.
Mhm.
So less than I would say less than 500 total, um, which is crazy.
Yeah, and now you're a software engineer at Spotify.
Yeah, very cool to think about.
Now, how much do you ever think about how, say, you and I, for example, it seems like we were born at the right time where we can see what's kind of happening with the landscape and the technology and the software, where like we're able to kind of design our lives in a way we have more control in a sense.
Yeah,
It feels like we were born at the right time, as far as if
yeah,
we're looking at kind of human history and controlling our own lives and dreams.
yeah. No, I agree. I think we have this unique experience of like witnessing the change of that landscape and the rise of the internet. And I know for me personally, I'm sort of hesitant to get too involved with certain like if I'm using my phone for too long, there's like this thing in my head that's like, put your phone down, go outside. go do something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I used to do that.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think not only that, but like catching opportunities and seeing like, oh, this person was successful at the rise of this period, and like this person was early on this trend and stuck with it, and now they're the biggest person in that space. And it's cool to see, like I'm always thinking about like entrepreneurship, and from a business perspective, it's very cool to see the opportunities that are now available because of the internet. And this does relate to the last question too with the gatekeeping, but like not only that, but I mean, if you sell t-shirts and you're a business, before the internet, you sold to your city, you sold to your
Yeah.
local, whoever came in your store, and now your store could be on Shopify and reach
Yeah.
millions of people.
Instead of
So
having to
that's
buy all that inventory and then having to physically move it within your geographical scape, you could have someone have the t-shirts there, print it and ship it. All you have to do is like the front end
exactly.
transactions. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really interesting.